Welcome to another video episode about my Arduino Yun in combination with breadboard electronics, fischertechnik motors and an oscilloscope. Last time I introduced an LED here, because if this LED would be lighted, it would be certain that this second NTG, this one, would have a value higher than something. No, let me keep it different. The software says if it is lower than 50, then it goes on. Higher or equal to 50, higher than or equal to 50, then it is off. That is what the software says, and that's how I programmed it. Another different thing is that if you've seen my previous videos, and of course you have, then you know that I'm using an SSH terminal connection over the internet, not over the internet, over my network, to give information. And also then everything which says here print into the console, or console print, whatever, is printed here. However, that is going very fast for the eye. What I did now is yellow probe, yellow line, pulse width modulation for this motor. Then dark blue, this one, pulse width modulation for this motor. Leaving yellow line, no, I already had that, the yellow line. The light blue line is now connected to the sensor value of this potmeter. When I turn it up, you can see it rise and fall. Same thing with the pink line, but then for this one I turn it and the line goes up and down. So with that introduction, let me give it some value, and then you can notice here the pulse width, the pulses that the motor is getting. So let me turn it up, and then it would be very nice if the pulses actually started doing something. That's better. And then you see what happens if I let go. So now, alright, rising and falling, but also the pulse width is changing, or it should be anyway. Let me help it a bit. Of course, that's what you see when the console is not available. I have to give data, and then it works again. That said, I have a little problem with this, because this should be the same kind of output as the yellow line. And as you can see, or as the yellow line, but as you can see, that is not happening. So the question is, why isn't it happening? It is set to 5 volts as the rest is. And it is connected to the circuit. But this is not what I consider to be pulse width modulation. So let me go to setting, select channel 4. It says pulse. Well, that is exactly what it should be. And then it says, see, that's the point. It had the wrong setting. So now I turn it up, and now you can see the exact difference for what it is. This is how I change the pulse width. Now if it would run, that would be very nice indeed. But this is how you change it. How nice is that? Alright, so this is for this motor. And the question is, how about the yellow one? Is that the exact same? Right now I kind of doubt it, because they are not showing exactly the same thing. So I go to channel 1. It has 50 milliseconds, and if I change the time base, let me keep it to this. It is not exactly the same, and I do not like that. And I'm now turning for the blue version, which is nice enough. No, I'm turning still for the yellow version now. And this is the blue version, and this is good. But the yellow version, I do not really like what I see. But how come? Because the setting is completely the same. So let me turn up this one. Right, giving input as much as I can give. So yeah, what is the reason that those waves are not exactly the same? Well, probably because the pulse widths are not exactly the same. So let me once again turn the signal. A running motor is always nice to see. The button still works. Yep. And truth be told, due to the slowness of the camera, the image with the bare eye is worse than what you see on camera. So whenever I think I have a nice thing, and I'm still not satisfied with the yellow line, but what you can all directly see is when the input is out, has run out, the lines go flat. But I'm still wondering about that signal. So if I take this one, yellow, and I change the value, then this is the right value, the best value, and it is set for pulses, so that is alright. However, what can one do? Alright, I'm turning, as you can see, I'm turning the blue line now, and I can turn it much further than this one. I can turn this one much further than this one. Does this have anything to do with the signal? Probably not. Let's just see how far it goes. Yeah, it has 5 volts value, and this one, yeah. Right, next, what can I do? I want this LED to burn. Because right now it doesn't burn, and the value has to be quite low in order to do something, and it burned before, and it is from this one, which is this one. So the question is, considering this, it should be a value lower than 50. This is very low. Turning it up, and I have to take care that I'm not obscuring the LED with my hand. So now it is very low, but the LED isn't burning. Why not? What's wrong with it? Okay, what if I take another LED and put it in place? Sounds to me like a good idea. Right, so the problem is right now that this LED somehow refuses to work. So let me try again. Also, this speed doesn't seem to stop, but first things first, an LED. Mass to mass. So here goes, carefully. Right, let's see whatever happens. Data. Oops, careful. Alright, well, this is not right. So why is this motor responding to the potmeter and this motor is not responding? And now let me see. Alright, this is working nicely and this certainly isn't. Why is this LED not working? It's a good LED, no doubt about that one. And if I look at this LED and I put it in the right place, yes, minus to minus, taking this one out. That was also, oh, that was reversed. Is that the idea? So if I reverse this one, what will happen? Input please. I don't see anything, but it should be like this. Really looking carefully. Sometimes it's hard to see which side of the LED is the minus, but looking inside the LED should give the clue, and minus has to go minus. And this brings me to another thing, check the working of the LED. So alright, let me turn it down a bit, and well, that responds nice, but it doesn't reflect, or it doesn't result in a slower running of the motor, while it does with this. So what's happening with this one? That's a good question. Two things to check: LEDs and the rest. And well, for the motor I think I should check for the code. First things first. Alright, as for the LED, I did check and it is quite okay. So, pushing the motor away for a moment. This way should be alright. The question is it giving some input again? And I don't see it. And I still don't see it, so let me turn it around. That should not have to happen. And it is still not burning anyhow, so I'm going to put it in the safe way, the way it should be. Making sure that this resistor is making contact. No. Because without this being connected to the ground, it doesn't do a thing, but it is fine. And I can get rid of this for a moment and connect it here. And indeed there is absolutely no contact. So no wonder it doesn't do anything. So where is this going? Ah, right. That is the problem indeed. Where is it being sent from? Out pin 10, which is right here. Yeah, right. I hadn't noticed that that was the problem. Alright. So does it respond nicely whenever there's a signal? No, even all that, because now I am turning on this potmeter and the LED stays burning. That means that it doesn't respond really nicely on this one. So I, in this setting, turned absolutely that way. I am going to say, alright, I end this, and the C value is larger, is smaller than this. So now I'm going to enter again. Turning the potmeter entirely the other way. Again. How much is it? 0. How can that be? It is 0, and when should it be off? Larger than 50. Larger or smaller than 50. So it is, it doesn't get higher than 50 then. turning it all the way up. And this is sensor value 2. Once again, it's 0. It doesn't read anything at all. So where does it go to? Where should it go to? Sensor value 2. Where does it go to? A2. So this one, and it is an A2. No doubt about that. The other conclusion is that this potmeter is not set correctly. On the other hand, that can't be true, since connection refused. No. Excuse me? This is very strange. This is a big oops. Alright. One more time. It lets me give the password, so that is alright. No, okay, I have to shut it down. And then I hope I can get in again. Very big oops. Alright, final part of this video and episode. After the power down, it took quite a few minutes to get everything working again. At the same time, I looked at the code. Now, this being sensor 1, this being sensor, or generating sensor value 1, and this generating sensor value 2, the code is the same. So here I read for sensor value on a 0, and for the other one, going here, going there, is a 2. So they read it, and here is everything for this one. Going further, here and here is everything for this one. Now, looking at the oscilloscope, it gets quite clear that when I turn this one and look once again at the oscilloscope, and once again value, there is clearly result. Then again, if I do it here, same thing, only these waves look different than these waves. Alright, could be, maybe, there's an explanation. But still, if I turn it completely down, as I do it with this one, Analog write output value is 0. Going here, out pin 3. Is this out pin 3? Let me take a look. This is 3. No, entirely correct. This one is 3. I have to look here at the, and that is 3 indeed. So it says analog output value 3, output value 2, and output value 2 is 0. Of course, it can be that I'm still making some coding mistake. Here it says output pin 4 is output 2, and here it says output 4 is 512. But it is being done from this one. Actually, I should check that, but time is up for now. So what did I do? Connecting the oscilloscope probes here to sense the values, then discovering that the pulse width modulation is actually quite nice, mostly. And it corresponds with what I like, although this one doesn't really correspond to what I want to happen. And that's for next time. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and give thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Please donate and for more information to keep videos coming. And for more information, see my website. And this is to be continued. Bye bye.